In this video, we will review the Invoice Designer with a monograph. After we've added our service fees, any consultant fees, expenses, and additional items, we'll select Next, which brings us to the Designer tab. From here, we'll observe if your logo was uploaded within Settings, it will be included. We can confirm our client or our bill to. You can also create one directly from the screen, or if you are connected to our QuickBooks Online integration, Monograph will give you the option to select and import your active customers within contacts. We'll confirm our issue date, our payment terms. If you're connected to QBO, we will import your payment terms, which are still managed within there. Below, we'll find our services through with the option to hide this date on the invoice, and we'll see a reference number and notes. We may find the reference number used if we need to include information for a purchase order. Very similar with the notes field. We may find any additional information or unique context that needs to be conveyed to the client. Any information included within the reference number or the note will carry over to the next invoice you build for this project. Navigating below, we'll observe all of the services we've added to the invoice. This is where we'll find, at the top left corner, our line item display options. The first option, to show all fixed and consultant fees. This may be included if we need to show the entire contract. If I toggle this off, we will only observe the fixed fee and consultant services we are billing for on the invoice. We can turn this back on, and we'll see underneath, show previously billed amounts. In this example, this is the first invoice for our hybrid house project, but if we did not need to show previously billed information, we can turn this off. We'll also see an option to include any outstanding invoices. This may be helpful if there are invoices to the project that are overdue or past due. We can include that information on here. We'll turn off show all fixed and consultant fees. We'll also observe our phase consultant display options. We can hover over the tooltip for additional information. Currently, we'll see all of our consultant services are grouped in a separate section. For phase consultants, we can choose, do we have this itemized within the phase? In this example, the fee for an MEP engineer is now included underneath for pre-design. We may also see, instead of showing a breakdown of what's been planned between the firm and consultants, we can select our third option, hidden and fixed fee phases. All of our phase consultants will be rolled or included into our fixed fee billing. That way the client only sees one number, the total for our fixed fee services shown. Shifting below, we'll also see the option to include our time log details. We may find for hourly services, if a breakdown of the work needs to be provided, we can enable our time log details, and we will see all of the timesheet activity logged to the project based on our services through. The time log details are sorted based on the due date of the timesheet entry. If we do not need to show each timesheet entry or the breakdown as individual line items, we can summarize by role and activity. That way we're seeing perhaps a more streamlined view of the hourly work against that phase. We'll find our activity, the billable rate, the hours, and the amount for each role. We also have the option below to include any attachments as an appendix to the invoice. Maybe we need to include a receipt of some sorts. In our next video, we will review the preview tab, or how we take an action on the invoice with a monograph.